Class 10. Today we will discuss topic homeostasis in humans. Homeostasis in humans. So today we will discuss homeostasis in humans. Okay. In previous lecture, I told you about that how homeostasis is happening inside the plants. Okay. Today we will discuss how homeostasis process is happening in our humans. Okay. And we all of know that all humans need to maintain temperature and water and salts in its body. Okay. So humans have specific organs which help them to remove extra waste and metabolic waste from their bodies. Okay. So when we talk about the homeostasis in humans, then three organs perform important functions. First are lungs, second is skin, and third is kidneys. Okay. So these are three specific organs in humans which play important role to remove extra metabolic waste from the body of a person. So if we take an example of lungs, we all know that in respiratory system they exhale carbon dioxide. Okay, so they exhale carbon dioxide. Okay, so when carbon dioxide is removed from our body, then our blood becomes thin and it can move each and every cell inside our body properly. Okay, so lungs play very important role. They remove excess carbon dioxide and keep it balanced and keep our body balanced. Keep our body balanced. Next one is that skin. Okay, so skin performs a role in the maintenance of body temperature and also removes excess water and salts. Okay, maintains body temperature and remove extra water and salt. Water and salts from the body. If we take an example of kidneys, okay, so kidneys play also a very important role. They remove water. They can remove water, salts, urea, uric acid, from our blood. From our blood. Okay. So water, salts, urea, uric acid from our blood. Okay, and it forms sugar. And forms so these are three special organs which play important role in homeostasis in humans. Okay, first lungs. Very important function is there to remove extra carbon dioxide from our body and maintain our body temperature. Okay, skin, it also maintains our body temperature and help to remove extra salt and water from our body. If we go to kidneys, kidneys also play very important role. They also remove water, salts, urea, uric acid, and from our blood and also make urine inside our body. Okay, so these three organs are very important, which help in homeostasis in humans. Okay, and homeostasis you know about, it is an equilibrium state of our body despite changes in our surrounding. Okay, now we will discuss these organs in detail separately. So first we will discuss about the skin. What is a skin? What is a skin? What is the role of a skin? First of all, keep in your mind our skin consists of two layers, epidermis and dermis. Okay, so it consists of two layers, epidermis and dermis. Epidermis is the outer layer and this is inner layer. Now we will discuss the function of these two. What is the function of outer layer? Okay, it is a protective layer without blood vessels, while dermis is the inner layer containing blood vessels, sensory nerve endings, sweat and oil gland hairs and fat cells. Okay, so it is an outer layer. It is also act as protective layer, and it has no blood vessels. No blood vessels. If we take an example of dermis, it is an inner layer. It has blood vessels. It has sweat and oil glands. It has sweat and oil glands. Okay. It has sensory nerve endings. Sensory nerve endings. It has hairs and fat cells. Hairs and fat cells. Okay. So this is an introduction of our scale. Okay. Our scale consists of two layers. Okay. Outer layer and inner layer. Outer layer is called epidermis and inner layer is called dermis. Okay. So outer layer also act as a protective layer. Okay. It has no blood vessels. Dermis is called a inner layer. Okay. It consists of blood vessels, sweat and oil glands, sensory nerve endings, hairs and fat cells. Okay. Now we will discuss the function of scales. Okay. So what are the functions of scale? Functions of scale. You can also say the importance of scale. What is the role of scale in humans homeostasis process? Okay. So first of all, scale performs important role in the regulation of body. Okay. It performs regulation of body. Regulation of body. Okay. And the thin layer of fat cells in the dermis insulate the body. Secondly, it can insulate the body. Third important function is that it creates an insulating blanket of warm air. It can create insulating blanket blanket of warm air The other important function is that it helps in providing cooling effect. It can also provide cooling effect. Cooling effect. Okay. Now we will discuss these parts. What are the functions of skin? Okay, so it plays very important role. First function is that regulation of body. Definitely, our inner layer of our skin consists of blood vessels. So it regulates the blood circulation in our body, inside the body. Okay, and it also maintains our temperature and salts. Secondly, insulates the body. How it insulates the body? Okay, so answer is very simple. When there is the thin layer of fat cells in the dermis insulates the body, contractions of small muscles attached to hairs form goosebumps. It creates an insulating blanket of warm air. Okay, so when warm air touch to our body, so at that time goosebumps act as an insulator. Okay, they trap the air in the form of blanket, but they trap the warm air and a person becomes warmer despite changes in their environment. Okay, sometimes there is very hot. Okay, but when this warm air touches our skin, so at that their goosebumps act as a blanket. Okay, so they trap the warm air, and that warm air does not affect on our body temperature. Okay, secondly, it can create inflammation. Secondly, it can also provide cooling effect. We all know when we do any hard exercise, when we do any hard job, what was happen? Definitely, if there is a weather is very hot, so due to that hotness, we have sweating. And after sweating, when you sit under a fan, what do you feel? Definitely, you feel cool. Why do you feel cool? Because the due to sweating, all metabolic waste which are in the form of water and different salts, okay, they are comes outside of our body. They produce sweating on our skin. When the air of fan touches to your body, and when it passes through these water vapors, because of that a person feels cool. Okay, so keep it your mind. If you do any hard job, when you do any hard exercise, and when you sit under a fan, okay, and when you are taking air, so what will be happen? Definitely it will affect on your body and you will feel cool. Okay, so skin performs different functions inside of our body. It can regulation, it helps in regulation of body. It means it maintains all time our body temperature and helping to remove extra waters and salts from our body. Secondly, it acts as insulates the body. Definitely, when warm air touches our body, so the hairs which are present on our skin, they act as a goosebumps, okay, or they trap the warm air inside it, insulate the air, and that warm air and temperature does not affect on our skin. And the last one, it can provide cooling effect. So when we sit under a fan after sweating, we definitely feel cool. Why? Because when air passes through that water vapors, so it condenses and a person feel cool. So we will discuss also this point in your book. It is given on page number 22. Skin helps in providing cooling effect when sweat is produced by sweat glands and excess body heat escapes through evaporation. Metabolic waste such as excess water, salts, urea, and uric acid are also removed in sweat. Okay, so this is the first organ of homeostasis in human which I have discussed. Skin. After that, we will discuss about the lungs. What are lungs? Okay, beta, we are discussing homeostasis in humans, and the second important organ of homeostasis is lungs. So we also discussed in a detail in previous chapter about lungs. Okay, there is a pair of lungs inside our body. They are spongy. Okay, and they maintain the concentration of carbon dioxide in our blood. Okay, so what is the important function of lungs? Lungs maintains the concentration of extra carbon dioxide in blood. So what is the role of lungs? Actually, the main function of lungs is that to maintain extra carbon dioxide, the concentration of extra carbon dioxide in our blood. Okay, our cells produce carbon dioxide. Okay, so how this carbon dioxide is produced in our blood? I told you that when our cells respire, they do cellular respiration. So because of that, cells gets oxygen from the red blood cells, and in return they produce carbon dioxide in our blood. Okay, so this carbon dioxide should be exhaled from our body. Why? Because if it stay in our blood, it can make our blood viscous. And we all of know our arteries, veins, and capillary, they are very thin and narrow tubes inside our body, and there is a complete network of these arteries and veins inside our body. Okay, so their important function is that they carry blood. Okay, so if blood becomes thick, so it cannot pass these veins easily. So that's why at that time lungs play a very important role. They exhale that all carbon dioxide from our body immediately, which is producing by cells by a process cellular respiration. So actually lungs are maintaining our body temperature by exhaling carbon dioxide. Okay, so they play a very important role in homeostasis of humans. Okay. So I hope you understand what how lungs work in homeostasis in humans. Okay. The third part is very important, that are kidneys. Okay. I have told you two parts, first skin and second lungs. Now we will discuss in our detail about kidneys. Okay. In introduction of kidneys, I have told you that kidneys play very important role in our homeostasis. Okay, kidneys. So kidneys, which things they remove from our body? They remove salts, water, urea, and uric acid. So these are important elements which are removed by our kidneys. Okay. So to understand the function of kidney, first of all, we have to understand what is a urinary system. Okay. So before understand the kidney, structure of kidney, we have to understand what is the function of kidney, what is a urinary system. Okay. So first we discuss about the urinary system. Now question is that why urinary system is important in the function of kidney. We all know that these all salts, water, urea and uric acid are removed from our blood by our kidneys. Okay, and kidneys also help to form urine, and this urine also consists of these all elements. Okay, so when kidneys filter these elements from our blood, then they send into our urinary tract, where urine is formed and then eliminated from the body. Okay, so urinary system is very important. So before starting the structure of kidney, we will discuss about the urinary system. Okay, so urinary system, it is given on your page number 22. Okay, so your urinary system is also called excretory system of human So it consists of one pair of kidneys. Okay. It consists of one pair of kidneys, a pair of ureters, a pair of ureters, okay, a urinary bladder, a urinary bladder, and then urethra, and then urethra. Okay. So these are the parts of our urinary tract in which urine is formed, then collected and eliminated from our body. I will explain you with the help of a diagram. Okay, it consists of one pair of kidney. So this is our urinary tract. Okay, these are called kidney. Okay. After that, these are called ureter. Ureter. This is called urethra, urinary bladder. So this is urethra. Okay. So this is a urinary system, urinary tract. Okay. So first of all, which elements are collected from the body? Okay. So kidneys collect parts, salts. Okay. Kidneys collect and filter salts, water, urea, and uric acid. Okay. So, what is the function of kidneys in our urinary tract? They collect salts, water, urea, and uric acid from our blood. Okay. Then they filter these things inside the kidneys, and then the part which is good and healthy for the body of a person, that is go back to the blood, and the part which is consists of metabolic waste, that all wasted materials are collected and sent to a tube which is called ureter. Okay, so ureter takes these metabolic waste from the kidneys and take up to the urinary bladder. So this is the bladder where urine is collected. Okay, So when this is filled, then it is eliminated from the body from a part which is called urethra. So keep in your mind, your urinary system consists of one pair of kidneys, a pair of ureters, a urinary bladder, and a urethra. Okay. So now we will discuss from our book. Okay. The excretory system of human. I have told you urinary system or excretory system. Both are same. Okay. So consist all the urinary system. It is formed of one pair of kidneys. Okay. A pair of ureters, a urinary bladder, and a urethra. Kidneys filter blood to produce urine, and the urethra carries urine from kidneys to urinary bladder. So what is the function of kidneys? They filter these elements in the kidneys and they throw the urine from ureter. Okay, so function of ureter is there to collect urine from kidneys to take up to the urinary bladder. Okay, so the bladder temporarily stores urine until it's released from us. So temporarily urine is stored in this part. Urine is stored temporarily in bladder. Okay. So what was happened? Urethra is the tube that carry urine from going to upstream of the body. Okay. So then urethra is a part from where the blood is get rid of from your body. It is out from our body. So this is our urinary tract. Okay. So after that we will discuss about the structure of kidney. Okay, but structure of kidney is a long topic. Okay, so I will explain you in our next lecture with the help of a diagram how these all elements are filtered inside our kidney. Okay, so which parts play important role to eliminate these things from our body. Okay, so I would like to end my lecture today in this topic. Inshallah, in next lecture I will discuss with you in a detail about a structure of kidney. Okay. I hope you understand today's lecture. Now your lecture has been ended. Thank you so much.